Alright guys, today I'm going to talk about something that's kind of bizarre, but something that I've noticed in myself. So, when I'm outside of the YouTube and dating community, I'm actually working in sales. And something that I've noticed more and more recently is that there are a lot of sales tactics that are very powerful seduction techniques that you can utilize. And I never quite realized it until recently when I'd been giving advice to some clients and I started talking as if I was selling something. Now the whole point of sales is about creating desire, building trust, and closing deals. How on earth does that relate to dating? Well, of course it does. You're creating desire, you're building trust and rapport, and then when you're closing deals, that's you finalizing date plans. Maybe you're going in for the kiss. Maybe you're taking her home. That is closing a deal. So today I'm going to talk about some powerful sales techniques that quite a lot of people have heard that will make you instantly more attractive to women. So let's get in. First of all, we need to talk about what kind of mistakes guys are thinking when they're thinking about attraction. They keep on thinking it's something that just happens, like they don't have a plan when they meet a girl. They're just hoping that the conversation flows. They don't want to overthink it. They just think, oh, we're gonna naturally come together. Sadly, that's not how the real world works. The real world is not like a movie where the script is perfect. And so that's why you need to create yourself with as much preparation as possible. Now, think of what a great salesman has, okay? He doesn't just hope that you're going to buy naturally. He knows how to create interest, okay? He knows how to handle objections, and he knows how to make products become irresistible. When it comes to dating, you are the product. So it's your job to sell yourself in a way that makes her want to invest time into you. So let's break down some sales tactics that's going to skyrocket your success with women. So one of the first sales tactics is called assuming the close. Now the best salespeople never ask like, so do you maybe think you want to buy this? Or do you think you want to purchase this instead? No, that's weak. Instead, they act like the deal is going to happen already, okay? They assume. Now, most guys would sometimes go with a weak approach when it comes to trying to get girls. Like, well, do you think maybe you'd be interested in this? Or do you think maybe we could get drinks? Is this something that you're interested in? No. You go in with the assumption. Alright, so this Thursday, we're getting drinks. I know the perfect spot. Hey, I have an idea for something. You're gonna love it. So we're gonna go do this. You need to have that assertive nature that she is already going to go along with it. Because most salespeople, although they realize that people are hesitant to buy something, if their product is something that's going to improve their life, then the salesperson is going to go in and say, trust me, you're going to love this. You're going to want this. Here, we should go with this route, because I know that this is going to be the best option for you. Now, obviously you can't close everyone, and you are not going to be able to attract every girl. That's just how humans are. But by assuming that she's interested, you're going to make her feel like she should be interested. And it's going to subtly flip the script, okay? And now she's wondering if she's worthy for your time, because that is something that's very, very powerful. So always assume the close. Don't go in asking and being weak. Now, another thing that salespeople do, especially bigger companies, is something called the scarcity effect, okay? Now, if you ever notice with brands, they always have something that's limited edition. They have only a few left, and that's because scarcity makes things more valuable. Now, with guys, they usually do the opposite when it comes to dating. They're too available, they are always texting, they're always just there, ready to go, because guys chase way too much. But when you show that your time is limited, she's going to consider you as more desirable. And that's where we bring in a bit of push-pull technique. It creates the scarcity effect. If you say, yeah, I'm free whenever, then she's going to think, okay, cool, I'm not in a rush then because he's available whenever. But if you really filled up your diary and said, I'm pretty busy this week, I can maybe squeeze you in Friday, but I can't promise anything, I've got quite a busy schedule, then she might actually shift things for when she knows you're free, okay? And this is where you can use an element of social media. If you guys are on Instagram together especially, or any other kind of social media, posting stories that show that you are out enjoying your life without her, she's going to realize that you're not just BSing about being out and being busy. Now, you don't have to do this, but I think it adds a little extra layer. If you're going out to the gym, then post that you're going to the gym. If you're out with friends, you best be posting that you're out with friends. Getting those drinks, getting those meals, heck, even working, whatever makes you look more busy, she's going to subconsciously think, wow, he really does have a busy life. I really need to squeeze in whatever time I can with him. Because she knows that she might lose that opportunity. Salespeople do this all the time. It's called the scarcity effect. Be scarce, don't be available all the time. Now, another thing that salespeople do is they want to fulfill a desire. Now, it's all fine and good in just assuming what someone wants. But if you ever have a conversation with someone of, so what kind of thing are you looking for in a partner when you think of someone? Like, who would be your ideal person and why is it? Now start triggering it into emotions rather than just what they look like. Of course people want someone that looks nice, but they want someone that triggers particular emotions. They want someone that's fun and exciting, someone that takes them on an adventure, someone that's not overbearing and doesn't bring the energy down. You start talking about those things and you will start anchoring those points that she is looking for through your actions. So that part of active listening of what is it that you're looking for, utilize that later by showing in your actions that you can tick off all those boxes. You don't need to double down on saying, well, it's because I'm a fun person or it's because I'm adventurous. If she says, I want someone that's spontaneous, then you know that for the next 30 minutes, you're going to be acting that tiny bit more spontaneously, or you're going to be adding in more spontaneous stories. Because you're doubling down on what she wants and what she desires, and you know how to prove it, but you need to prove it through actions. You need to show that the product ticks off those boxes, rather than just saying, oh yeah, well we can do this or we can do this. No. You just show her, she's gonna know, and you know that you're going to be fulfilling her desires with barely any words. But the active listening part is so crucial. And that way then you're going to stand out from the crowd because you're ticking her boxes to a personal level, as opposed to someone that's just taking a guess or a stab in the dark. And the final sales tactic that many people know about is called a yes ladder. If you start making plans about something that she will enjoy, you start creating that positive energy. You say, so you want something like this? Yes. So you want something like this? Yes. And you want something like this? Yes. Let's say that she wants someone that is fun, funny, exciting, and spontaneous. You go through all of those points with her. She's going to say yes, 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 and yes. For some reason, the word yes triggers a positive link in our brain, and she's going to link all of those yeses to you. Now, wherever you go with that is up to you. You don't need to prove that you're that person. You just go, interesting. You've got a lot of boxes to tick, don't you? But I reckon with the right person, you'll be able to find that. Now, leaving it on that sense of mystery, she is going to think that you are that person. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna change to be able to do that. Just let her sit with it, let her think about it, and then prove it in your actions rather than saying that you are that person. Just be that person. You'll be able to really trigger her deeply and psychologically that you are the one that she's after. You're going to be anchoring all of that positive yeses into the image of you. And she is going to desire you in the same way that she desires a product that ticks all of her boxes. These are some really powerful sales techniques that I can't believe work so well with women. And maybe I haven't explained them perfectly, but I'm really trying because they're somewhat abstract. But trust me when I say this, they work, they're powerful. And as long as you have confidence in you as a product, you'll be able to sell yourself perfectly. Now, if you feel like you got any sort of value from this, if you think I've missed anything or you want me to elaborate further, then just comment below, subscribe if you're interested, and until next time guys, go out there and keep on seducing.